Hello, lovelies! Today I just wanted to share with you some of my favorite old Hollywood films that have inspired me to start sewing vintage. I like to call it my Sewspiration. So let's take a look at some films, and I hope that they will give you ideas for your adventures in sewing. Let's get started. You have to start with Gone with the Wind from 1936. This film has such a rich history. But really, look at these beautiful dresses. The costumes are simply exquisite. Not only is the fabric amazing and lush from velvets to cottons and beyond, but the richness of color that the designer created can't help but inspire you in your own work. Though probably most of us aren't even close to the level of sophistication that was put into designing and sewing these costumes, they will inspire us. So if you haven't seen that classic film, it really is a must-see for anyone who enjoys vintage clothing or historical clothing or anything closely related. The next film I want to talk about is Now Voyager from 1942. Again, lovely costume designs that takes you right into the heart of the 1940s with the very famous double cigarette lighting scene that has, made history, and even some films have tried to imitate. This is just a wonderful film, and the beautiful design on her gown, like with the Camille that inspires him to give her camellia flowers, is also romantic and lovely. I love the suit that she wears when she first meets him on her cruise when she's coming back, and really just all of her costumes in this particular film are breathtaking. Then, still in the 1940s, 1946, The Big Sleep. This film is wonderful, not just because of the cryptic storyline, but also, again, because of the suits and the shorts. You can't help but want to take a closer look at every single one of the outfits that Lauren Bacall and her co-stars wear. From the library scene to the, at the beginning of going to the house to meet his client, and the daughter with her shorts and her button-up blouse. Really, it gives you a lot of ideas and inspiration. And then jumping on to the 1950s, where I dare say most of my interest lies, How to Marry a Millionaire from 1953 will keep you busy. Because it has so many great stars, with Marilyn Monroe and Lauren Bacall. You have a lot of beautiful women's suits, as well as the beautiful gowns that they wear to go on their dinner dates and whatnot. So you have a bit of dressy yet everyday wear represented. Plus you have even a bathing suit, and the fashion show that they do in this film will give you a lot of ideas for things you might want to make in the future, and they'll inspire you. And then 1954, Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. This one too is just fun. It is a bit more historical like, but the coloration is what's really attention getting for me. Because especially during the dance scenes where all of the ladies and all of the men have different colored shirts and dresses, it's just beautiful to look at. And you might get a little distracted with the dancing, but it's definitely worth more than a one-time viewing, so you can get a closer look at those costumes. And of course, I love Millie's quilted dress. I think that is just a brilliant idea. And maybe in the future, as my skills continue to develop, I can make one as well, because I love that dress that she wears. In 1955, Daddy Longlegs also is, I think, really great for people who enjoy clothing design. Especially the most exciting part of that entire film for me is when they open her trunks that arrive with mysterious dresses inside, and her friends are all grabbing one each, two each, and trying them on and imagining themselves in them. This is kind of a girly girls moment of, oh man, I wish that could happen to me. I wish they had these huge trunks like they used to, and then I suddenly have all these beautiful clothes. It's very fun. So you have like her friends, casual everyday outfits also represented here, which are fun. And then I love the jacket and the suit design. I would love to replicate this design for one of my outfits. The gray skirt with the red and the cream and gray jacket stripes. I just love this outfit. I would definitely want to make it and wear it, and include those red long socks as well. I think it's just a brilliant design. Also the wonderful light blue, maybe it's a chiffon or a gauze ball gown. That one is definitely a stunner, and I would love to wear it as well. And then for more of the casual, everyday style inspiration of the 1950s, I love watching I Love Lucy. It aired from 1951 to 1957, and Lucy and Ethel are always wearing really great outfits. They have many different house dresses, which I definitely could see myself wearing on a regular basis. And then their slacks and tops are also fun. I think the details that you can pause in the frames in the television series and really look at the detail of design that's happening, like with the contrasting colors or the fabric covered buttons, or there's just a plethora of eye candy if you really enjoy looking at clothes and vintage fashion. And then jumping up to the 1960s, I wanted to talk about The Glass Bottom Boat from 1966. I love this movie for so many reasons. It is hilarious, but also the costumery. I love her pink and white checked suit. I definitely, I have already attempted to make this. I was successful with the skirt, but the jacket didn't work out for me. So I still have to do a retake on that. But I'm not going to give it up. I love that suit, and I like the party scene, not just because Doris Day's ball gown is lovely, but also all of the party dresses that you can look at in this type of a scene. So I really look for films that have everyday types of scenes with many people, because then I can see even more costume designs, even more fashion from that time period, rather than only looking at the main character. Well, I hope that this was so inspirational for you, and I hope that you'll go and watch some of those films that I mentioned. And as always, thank you so much for your time and for watching. I hope to see you in the next video.